Okay, guys, so today I'm going to show you how to use the Glowforge. So the first thing that we need to do is design something for the Glowforge. And the Glowforge uses file types called SVG. So I'll write that out for you, SVG. I'm not entirely sure what that stands for, but I think it's something with a vector, but that's the file type that the Glowforge will use. So in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and open up our Google Drive. So there is a program that we can work with right in Google. So if you go to Google here, you're going to click Drive. And then once you're in Drive, you're going to go over to the left and click New. And then when you see where it says More, you're going to create a Google Drawing. So Google Drawing is what we're going to be working with today. And so what I'm going to do here is kind of like my drawing board. I am going to insert an image from the web. So let me just find an apple. Let me see, apple. How about apple outline? Let's see if I can find something perfect. All right, I'm going to pull this in. And it's going to create my image. This is good. Okay, so now I've got like my apple image. So what I'm going to want the Glowforge to do is cut that out. But I wanted to engrave something on there. So I'm going to have it make a little like thank you for all you do at BMS. And I'm going to choose the font and size that I want. So I'm definitely going to want that to be bigger. So hit the plus. I almost always want things to be centered. So we're going to come over here, hit the centering option. I want to pick a fancy font I like. Ooh, I like that one. Okay. And then I want to make sure that the outline, first the border color is transparent, and that, yes, so that's good. And then maybe I'll add to this, Mrs. Latham, from Mrs. Latham. Okay, yeah, this looks good. All right, so this is what's going to be engraved on the apple. Okay, all right, so this is kind of a basic thing, but I'm going to go over here to File, and I'm going to download it. So under Download, there's 4 different options. I want it to be, remember, SVG, and that's Scalable Vector Graphics. So I guess we do know what that means. But all right, so save it as an SVG. For you guys, yours will just go right into your Google Drive, and then when you go to the Glowforge, you may have to like be on one of my laptops. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll figure this out. All right, so now I'm going to go to the Glowforge app. So if I type in, and this is on Google Classroom, see where I can find. Okay, so I have the link here under Glowforge, create item of your own choosing. I'm going to click on that link. And I want you to make sure on there I gave you the username and password. So slatham@barbardinschools.org. Password should be capital M for Magix and 169 for my room number. So Magix 169. So that should be how you log in. All right, so now we're in. I'm going to create a new design, create a blank design. All right, and so the Glowforge is on. It's already, I put a blank sheet of wood in it. You can see there's light cherry plywood in there. Then I'm going to hit this plus in the middle, upload artwork. So then I'm going to go over here to upload. And there's my apple. I'm going to hit open. All right, so it's going to load it into here. It's going to take a couple moments, but okay, so it's not perfect yet. So we got some work to do. So you see how like in Google Drawing, it gave us like a bunch of like layers. So in order to be able to like separate some of that, we have to right click and hit ungroup. All right, now we're talking. So I can delete. I'm going to click on this, hit delete. Click on this, hit delete. There's like a layer here. Oh, I don't want to delete the text. There, delete. Okay, so now I'm just left with the apple. You can see it over here on the left and the writing. All right, so I'm going to actually kind of shrink this down a bit because that is huge and we don't need all that. Now I can regroup. No, I don't want to regroup. Okay, so I'm selecting it all. I'm going to kind of hug the corner. As long as it's within the view of the camera, we'll be good. All right, so we're going to, it says unknown settings. It should be scanning this QR code, but it doesn't seem to be. So what I'm going to do is just type in light cherry plywood. So for the material, so light cherry plywood pops up. So it already has these settings saved, which is great. All right, so if you check over here, it says engrave on both things. We don't want it to engrave both things. We want it to actually cut this apple. Ooh. We want it to engrave this lettering. The apple's not giving us the cut option. All right, but for sure, it gives us that for the letters. I don't want it to be, okay, so the letters I want engraved, the apple itself, it's not showing up. I wonder why. Bitmap. So it was just a bad image. So I got to find. So it must have been just an image that it didn't like. All right, well, what we would do is it should have the option to cut. So you may have to go back to the drawing board like me and find an image that it will cut. And then once that is on cut and this is on engrave, you can go up here to print. All right, so then what you're going to do then, it's going to like, you'll hear it starting over on the Glowforge, and then it's going to get warmed up. You got to make sure that a couple things are right on the settings over on the Glowforge. So what I'm going to do is make another video that'll start right after this on how to do that.